Let's begin by finding a comfortable seat on the mat. Closing your eyes. And just noticing where your attention is being drawn to at this moment. Maybe a thought, a sensation. Maybe your mood. And it's just taking a moment to notice the space in which whatever it is that is arising for you, the space in which that takes place. If it's a sense perception, like a sound or a sight, then you might be led to believe that this is occurring in the space like your room. But I'll invite you to notice the space in which the perception of the room is occurring. We could even say the space in which the entire universe and all things arise. In yoga, this is called the Chidakasha, and that's called the mind space. So in reality, even though we perceive a world out there, the truth is that the entire world arises within our mind. We've never perceived anything outside of our mind if we actually pay attention. So just noticing this space of the mind. I'll invite you to notice that your breath is also occurring within this same space. Again, it might feel like the breath is in my body and my body is in the room. But if we really pay close attention, we find that the breath, the body, the room, all is contained within our perception, our mind. Our mind is perceiving all of it. We've never experienced anything other than our own mind. So as you notice your breath, notice how your breath feels. How it reflects or affects your energy, your mood, the way your body feels. It may feel like it's not affecting any of these things or responding to any of these things. And that's okay. Most people, after practicing yoga and meditation for some time, they begin to perceive a very acute relationship between the breath and how they're feeling, their emotions, their energy. So with this in mind, let's begin now to deepen our breathing. We're going to inhale, fill the belly, then the ribs and the upper chest. As we exhale, we're just going to reverse that, and that's called Dirga. After you've taken a few Dirga breaths, I'm going to encourage you to begin to make an ocean sound or a hissing sound at the back of your throat. That's called Ujjayi. And keeping these two techniques going, let's exhale into a tabletop position, so hands and knees. On the inhale, we'll lift the tailbone, drop the belly, bring the crown of the head up. And as we exhale, tuck tailbone, round the back, crown of the head down. After a few repetitions, we'll come back to neutral. Bring the knees to touch. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, drop hips to the right, look to the left. Inhale to center and exhale to the other side. Just moving side to side with your breath. Good, and then coming back to neutral. The knees apart and the hands together. We'll inhale the right arm up and follow it with our gaze. We exhale that hand down, inhale the left hand up and follow with the gaze. So side to side. Good. Then coming back to neutral, let's tuck those toes, lift the hips. We come up and back into a down dog. And we can pedal the feet, roll over the toes, circle the ankles, bend the knees, and even kick the legs as we warm them up. And then coming into your full expression of downward dog with the hands spread wide, or rather the hands shoulder width, fingers spread wide, feet hip distance, and heels reaching toward the ground directly behind, or the heels reaching toward the ground directly behind the toes. The next exhalation, let's walk our feet toward our hands. We'll come into a ragdoll momentarily, grabbing the opposite elbow. We can nod or shake the head, sway the hips, bend the knees. And then with the arms relaxed, we'll inhale and just roll up to standing, stacking the ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels. So again, as we come to this position, I'll invite you again to become aware of this mind space, the Chitakasha, the space in which all of this is occurring. That is the reality for all of us. We've never experienced anything outside of our own mind. How could we? It's not possible. All of the sense data, everything that we are aware of is processed by and translated by the mind. And so there is this space in which our whole experience is occurring. And we just want to be aware of that. Our whole practice today will also happen within this space. Sometimes it's called the space of awareness. So with this in mind, let's do our first sun salutation. We inhale the arms up and extend from the pubic bone through the chin, creating lots of length. And then with the exhale, we release into Uttanasana, forward fold, bringing the palms flat, bending the knees if necessary, and letting the neck relax. On the inhale, we can come to our fingertips or take hands to the shins as we lengthen the spine for half lift.
And as we exhale, we plant the hands and step to the top of a push-up for plank pose, aligning ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels in one straight line. Let's make sure that the wrists are below the shoulders and that the shoulders are engaged. Let's take a nice deep breath, and as we exhale, we'll lower down about halfway, feeling those elbows hug the ribs. Take a breath here. And with the next exhale, we come the rest of the way down. With the feet together, pressing them into the ground along with our palms, we inhale and lift up head, neck, chest, and even abdomen lift. With the exhale, we lower back down and press back to tabletop and then to downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale to the toes, between the hands, and as you exhale, make your way to the front edge of the mat. Again, inhaling up to the standing back bend. Grab your right wrist, and as you exhale, send your hips to the right as you pull your arm to the left. Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon pose. Take a breath or two into your side, and then inhale back to center, and exhale over to the other side. So again, lengthening and breathing into your left waist and ribs. We'll inhale back to center, and as we exhale, release again into forward fold, Uttanasana. We inhale to Ardha Uttanasana, and then exhale again to the top of a push-up. Good, with everything aligned, let's take a nice deep breath. And if you can, keep your knees up for this one. Exhale halfway down, and then inhale, straightening arms and legs for up dog. And as you exhale, pull both feet in at the same time as you come up and back to downward dog. From downward dog, let's inhale to the toes, look to knee hands, and as we exhale, make our way to the front edge of the mat. We inhale all the way to standing back bend, up and back. And then as we exhale, we again come into our half moon, stretching the side, maybe a little deeper. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side, same thing. Inhale back to center, and exhale as you sit back into an imaginary seat for chair pose. You want to feel this in your thighs and your buttocks. Again, it might be quite intense. And this is a great time to, again, notice the Chitakasha, the mind space, the space of awareness. So the whole experience is held within this vast mind space. And that can help us deal with the intensity of the experience, because there's something we're aware of outside of that intensity. Let's inhale back up, and then exhale as we release into forward fold. We inhale to the half lift, and exhale right to the bottom of a push-up. Inhale for up dog, and if you can, put a push-up in on your way back to downward dog. In downward dog, let's bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale the right leg up and back, and as we exhale, we're going to touch the right knee high up on the right arm, and we'll just take a breath here. And then we'll inhale the leg up and back, and exhale to a lunge. And then as we inhale, we'll come up to this posture, Ashtha Chandrasana, the crescent lunge, high lunge. Okay, so the front foot and knee are pointing straight ahead. The back heel is reaching toward the ground, but it's not going to reach the ground because it's directly behind the toes. It's not angled. That leg is straight. Left hip forward, right hip back, and the arms are straight up and back. So very powerful, strong, open position all at the same time. So you exhale, we release to the bottom of the push-up, and we make our way back to downward dog. And let's do that on the other side. So we inhale left leg up and back. Exhale the knee high up on the arm. Let's take a breath here. Noticing that space of awareness. And then we inhale the leg up and back, and exhale as we lunge. And then we inhale up into crescent lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. So very much like a warrior one, but the differences are important. So make sure you know the difference. We'll take a deep breath and exhale as we release to the bottom of our push-up, making our way back to downward dog. From our down dog, let's inhale to the toes, and as we exhale, we'll take a seat. Excuse me. Let's take a look at an inverted tabletop. This is also sometimes called the crab. So the feet, knees, and hands are basically hip/shoulder width, perhaps slightly wider. And the basic version of the crab, I come up and you'll see my knees are over my heels and my wrists are below my shoulders. I'm trying to lift my hips so my knees, hips, and shoulders all align. I can keep my chin tucked if I have a sensitive neck, but if it feels like, hey, I can also let it drop back, okay? Good, so that's our baseline for a lot of work we're going to do today. So make sure that that is pain-free and that you understand that position before continuing. Okay, let's exhale, bottom of our push-up as we make our way to down dog. You can go straight back or you can vinyasa and make your way back. From here, we'll inhale to the toes, and as we exhale, make our way to the front edge of the mat. We'll inhale all the way to standing back bend, and as we exhale, we'll come into a chair pose, and we're going to take a twist over to the right side, like so. Okay, so the hips are down, the palms are directly between the elbows, we're looking up, and we're stacking those shoulders as best as we can. So reach the tailbone and the crown of the head away from one another. Good, let's inhale back to standing back bend, so up and back. As we exhale, we'll take a twist over to the other side. Again, crown away from tailbone and left shoulder above the right. Good, let's inhale, take a deep breath in, and exhale to our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, bottom of your push-up, making your way to down dog. I'm going to turn for the sake of the camera. You definitely do not need to turn at home, okay? You can continue facing the same direction. Okay, feet touch. Just inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Just tap it. Then inhale the leg up and back. And exhale. Try and make contact with your chin, nose, or forehead, and just hold it there for a breath. Good. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale to a lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, open up to a Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose, so side-facing warrior. Okay, so this really hasn't changed at all. The hips, however, have, so I'm angling my hips now to the left, and my back foot. I brought that heel down at an angle. Okay, so my foot is angled forward. Very common in this posture. I see this. This is not correct. Okay, so those shoulders are over the hips. I reach those fingertips out like I'm trying to touch both walls, and the arms go parallel. This is also not correct. Okay, so you might be more comfortable doing this, but this is not the pose. It's not going to have the same effect. We want those arms raised, gaze over our front fingertips. So exhale, bottom of our push-up, and we'll make our way to down dog. Again, you'll see me turning just so that I continue facing the camera, okay? Okay, so side 2, feet touch. We inhale left leg up and back. Exhale, just touch your left arm. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale, hold the right in the center. Take a breath. Then inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And then inhale up into crescent lunge And then exhale as you open up into warrior two. Now you may need to adjust your feet some. That is perfectly fine. You want to feel it in the legs, okay? So if you're really narrow like this, you're probably not going to feel much of anything. You're going to get bored really quickly. When you're at your edge, it helps keep you present. It helps keep you engaged in the practice. Good. Let's exhale. Come down to the bottom of our push-up, and we make our way to downward dog. From down dog, inhale to the toes and exhale to a seat. And again, make sure you have your crab lift or your inverted tabletop down pat. Okay, so we lift up again, knees and shoulders over the wrists and ankles. Now this is okay. As you exhale, try pulling your hips through your hands. So my butt is actually not touching the ground. If it does touch, then try putting your hands on two blocks so that you are free to move like I'm doing. This is called a belly up vinyasa. We're just gonna do 5 of them, and this helps to strengthen our core and our back. I believe that's 4. Do 1 more. And 5. Good. Take a nice deep breath, cross those ankles, exhale, bottom of the push-up as you make your way to down dog. From downward dog, we'll inhale to our toes for the lungs. We're going to exhale front edge of the mat. Okay, then we inhale up to standing back bend. As we exhale, let's take chair pose, and we'll take our chair twist over to the right. Okay, you can stay here, but if possible, inhale, open those arms, and exhale to what's called Parsva Bakasana, the side crow. So you're coming over into your side crow, lifting those legs. Now, if that's too much for you, take this arm, which should be your right elbow, bring it to your hip, and try it that way with 2 points of contact. Okay, much easier for many people. That's not the full expression of the pose, but it's a good workaround, you might say. Let's try the other side. So we inhale, deep breath in, and exhale. We take it off to the other side. Inhale, open those arms, and let's just see what happens. Hands shoulder width, gaze up, shifting weight. So you never have to hop or jump. It's very controlled, gradually shifting weight to the hands until the feet lift. And again, putting your hands on 2 blocks may help some people, okay? But it is mostly about balance. Okay, let's inhale back up to our standing back bend, the front edge of our mat. We exhale to our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way to downward dog. Okay, from down dog, let's bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Good, inhale. Exhale, right to the center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Let's just hold it there for a breath. Good, inhale that leg up and back. Exhale as you lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale to warrior two. And then inhale to a reverse or peaceful warrior. So we're adding a little side stretch in. You may want to reach up, grab your wrist, and pull yourself a little deeper. Very important, when I teach this to people in person, I often see this. This is not correct. We keep that knee lunging, okay? So we add the side stretch, but the bottom part is a warrior two. Good, let's inhale back up and exhale as we cartwheel down, making our way to downward dog. So we can do the other side. Okay, side two, feet touch. We inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale. Exhale to the center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Just hold it there and take a breath. Good. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale as you lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. And then inhale, reverse or peaceful warrior. So the bottom part of the body is going that way. The upper part is going this way. Good. Inhale back up and exhale, cartwheel down. Bottom of the push-up, making your way to down dog. Okay, from downward dog, inhale to your toes and exhale to a seat. Let's take another look at our belly up vinyasa. Again, if this is too much, then you return to the baseline or one of the earlier variations. Now what we'd like to do is inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, pull through, and we lift one leg. Inhale up, and exhale, lift the other leg. Okay? If that feels like it's a little too easy for you, then pull through and lift both legs at the same time. It's quite a bit more challenging to do that. You may not be able to at all, so don't worry about it if you can't. Again, great core strengthener. Strengthens our back muscles. Strengthens the shoulders and the arms. Good. From there, let's go ahead and cross those ankles. We'll exhale, bottom of our push-up as we make our way to downward dog. From down dog, we inhale to the toes. As we exhale, we make our way to the front edge of the mat. Inhaling back up to our standing back bend. And as we exhale, we'll bend the knees and we'll bring the right elbow under the left, palms in front of our face. These are called eagle arms. If you cannot do this with the hands, then just grab the opposite shoulder instead. And then let's inhale, right knee over left. You can have the foot like this or on the ground, but if you can, wrap it all the way around. And then drop down the hips and the elbows, compressing the legs and stretching between the shoulders. This is Garudasana, eagle pose. Good. Let's inhale all the way back up. And then we exhale to the other side. So left under right, and then left over right. And then again, once we're in it, hips are staying forward. And we drop down, elbows and hips. Good, deep breath in, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale to the bottom of your push-up, making your way to downward dog. All right. From our down dog, let's bring our feet to touch. We'll inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Just tap it. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, right to the center. Good. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Go ahead and kick that foot out. Drop the back heel. Inhale the left arm up. That's called fallen triangle pose. If that's too much, drop that bottom knee to the ground. And then exhale that hand to the ground. Inhale the leg up and back. And as you exhale, lunge. Inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale to reverse or peaceful warrior. And exhale to what's called an extended side angle. Okay, so you can see my fingertips are reaching away from my heel. I'm rolling that left shoulder back. So again, I'm stacking the shoulders. I'm looking up. Okay, and then if I have long limbs, if I want, I can reach down and try the bind. But again, notice my shoulders back, and I have lots of openness in the chest and the belly. Good. Let's inhale back to warrior two, and we exhale bottom of the push-up, making our way to down dog. Okay, feet touch. We inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale. And exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm. Kick it out. And inhale, fall in triangle for a breath or two. Good. Exhale that hand down. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale as you lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana, second variation. Inhale, reverse or peaceful warrior. And exhale to extended side angle. Again, if you have the limbs, you can bind. Doesn't mean it's better if you bind. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bottom of the push-up. And from here, we'll inhale toes and exhale to a seat. Good. So we're going to continue to add to our inverted tabletop / crab pose. But again, if you find pain coming in, if you begin to lose your form or your strength, then do one of the simpler and easier variations we covered at the beginning. Now what we'll add is something called a tricep dip, which is for the arms. So I inhale up, exhale, bend the arms. You see my hips dropping, but it's really to facilitate the bend in my arms. Okay, I can't keep my hips up here and bend my arms at the same time. Then I inhale back up, and as I exhale, I pull through, and again, I have the option to lift those legs. Inhale up, exhale, dip. Inhale, exhale. Good. So a few more like that. And again, you don't have to lift both legs. You can lift one leg at a time, alternating. That's what most people do. Okay, so don't feel bad if that's what you're doing. Good. And then we exhale and make our way to downward dog. All right, from downward dog, let's inhale to the toes. We're going to exhale to the front edge of our mat. We inhale up to our standing back bend. And then as we exhale, let's come into a chair pose. And then we'll inhale the right knee over the left and we'll create the eagle legs. So just the legs part of the eagle pose. Hands will be at the heart. And now what we'd like to do is create a twisted eagle. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll combine eagle with our chair twist, which we did earlier. Okay, so again, if this is too much, you could return to the chair twist instead. There's definitely more challenge here. We're balancing and stretching those muscles in our hips and our legs or joints. So very challenging to do. Let's inhale back up. And we exhale again to a chair. And then inhale left over right. And exhale, twist. See if you can add a little twist in. Take your time. Okay, you can see I'm moving very slowly. Otherwise, I'm going to topple over. Good. Let's inhale, standing back bend. So we come up and back. We exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale right to the bottom of a push-up. Making your way to down dog. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring our feet to touch. Inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, opposite arm, kick it out. Inhale. fallen triangle, and then exhale the hips and the hand back to the ground. Bend both knees and bring your forearms down. I'm going to turn again just for the benefit of the camera angle here so you can see me. So this is a twist. We're already in it. If you want to go a little further, then you bring your left shoulder to the ground, palm up, right palm to left palm. So I am not mirroring right now. You will sort of need to reverse what you're seeing in your camera. So very deep, powerful twist that is assisted by gravity. Okay, let's straighten out our legs and our arms, and then we'll inhale back into our fallen triangle. Exhale that hand down. Let's inhale the leg up and back. Exhale as we lunge. Inhale to our crescent lunge. We exhale to our warrior two. Inhale to reverse or peaceful warrior. And then this time, let's exhale hands to heart. We're going to take left elbow over the right thigh, like so. And we'll bring that heel back up. So this is a twisted crescent lunge. We do this in other classes. We've done this. If again you have long arms, you may be able to bind. Okay. Again, shoulders are stacked, gaze is up. Your heel is reaching away from the crown of your head. Good. Let's inhale to a crescent and then exhale bottom of the push-up as we make our way to down dog. Let's do that sequence on the other side. So feet touch, inhale left leg, exhale left knee, left arm. Inhale. Exhale center. Good, inhale. Exhale opposite arm, kick it out. Inhale fallen triangle. And then exhale hips and hand down. Bend the knees. This is the auspicious twist. Again, this is where many people stop with their twist. It's perfectly fine. To go a little further, right shoulder to the ground, palm up, left palm to right palm. Good. Let's go ahead and straighten out our legs, our arms. We inhale and exhale. Inhale up and back. Exhale lunge. Inhale crescent lunge. Exhale warrior two. Inhale reverse or peaceful warrior. And then a little bit different. We exhale and twist. Good, deep breath in. And exhale, bottom of the push-up, making your way to down dog. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the granddaddy of those exercises we were doing earlier. So we inhale to the toes, exhale to a seat. Now this is called Parsvottanasana, and this might actually feel a lot easier than those other exercises we were doing with the crab. But this is the actual classical posture that those exercises are based on. So I'm going to place my palms below my shoulders. Fingers are pointing the same direction as my toes are. And I'll point my toes as well. And what I'd like to do is lift up. And again, you see my wrists are below my shoulders. Okay, trying to get the soles of the feet to the ground. And again, I can keep my chin tucked if my neck is sensitive, or I can let it drop back if it feels okay. Good, we exhale, come on down, cross those ankles, and make our way to down dog. Okay, let's inhale to the toes. We exhale to the front edge of the mat. And we'll inhale all the way to our standing back bend, up and back. Let's exhale, hands to the heart. Bend the knees. We inhale that left knee over the right. And then we exhale, take the twist. Okay? Then from here, and again, you do not need to follow me. You could stop at any point where you're beginning to feel challenged. But if you can, carefully, it's a little bit of a controlled fall. You carefully bring your hands to the ground, look up, and then lift those legs, keeping them in the eagle position. Okay, so you can see we've married the eagle pose and the side crow together. So if you imagine a crow and an eagle having a baby, that's what that is. Okay, let's try the other side. So we're going to inhale, come on up, and we exhale to our chair. We inhale, left knee over, exhale, twist, take your time. And then again, a bit of a controlled fall, carefully coming to the ground. Hands shoulder width, gaze forward, and lifting the legs if possible. Again, it may not seem like it's very different than side crow, but it feels, for most people, quite a bit more challenging. So don't worry if you can't do it. Okay, just try your best. Okay, beautiful. Well, now let's go ahead and make our way onto the ground, and we'll begin cooling down. So let's go ahead and come into a down dog. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. So we exhale, we'll bring that knee toward the wrist, and we'll come into the pigeon. Okay, so you can stay up here. You can bend that back knee. You can grab the foot, pull it in. You can wrap the elbow around, and you may be able to actually reach back and bind. From there, we'll exhale and come on down, just focusing on the stretch here in the outside of the hip, very much like yin yoga. Good. From here, we'll inhale that leg up and back and exhale to a down dog. Let's do the other side. So feet touch. We inhale left leg up and back. Exhale the knee toward the wrist. Hips are down and back. And feel free to put your hands on two blocks if that's helpful. So this is a back bend. It's an asymmetrical back bend. It's also a bit of a hip opener. Again, some people may want to take the stretch a little deeper. That's what you're doing. When you do this, you can do this. And then again, you may be able to bind, maybe not. We'll see if I'm able to. I can usually do it on one side. Can't always do it on the other side. Good. From there, let's go ahead and focus more on the hip now as we come down. Good. And then from there, we'll inhale that leg up and back and exhale back to our downward dog. Okay, from down dog, let's take a nice deep breath. We're going to exhale to hands and knees. Inhale, raise our shoulders up over our knees. Let's take a look at the camel. Great back bend. So you can tuck your toes if you want to make your heels a little easier to reach. Hands come to the low back, so pinkies touch, fingers pointing down, elbows in. And then inhale, lift the heart as you begin going back. And then maybe you grab the heels and let your chin go back. You can do one or both, depending on how you feel. Good. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale, hips to heels, sitting on them if you can. Hands rest on your thighs. If that is not comfortable for your knees or feet, choose another position. Good. Let's do another back bend. So coming back up into position. And if you'd like to go a little further this round, instead of grabbing your heels, try grabbing the ankles or the calves or maybe even behind the knees. Inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, reaching back, hips press forward, heart lifts. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale. This is called Vajrasana, where you sit on your heels. Good. And let's do one more for good measure. Okay, so those knees are apart. Again, if you want to go deeper, try grabbing the ankles, calves, or even the front of the knees. Some people are able to do that, and you're welcome to try. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale as you begin going back. Hips and heart lifting, and don't feel like you need to go deeper every time. I'm actually not going to go as deep this time. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, Vajrasana. Relax. Breathe and feel. Good. Let's come back up to our kneeling position for Padikasana, which is the gate. We'll take our leg out to the left, like so. And then we inhale that right arm up. We exhale into a side stretch, stretching our right waist and ribs. So even though we're trying to lengthen here, we also want to think about lengthening here as well. You can grab the wrists like I'm doing. A lot of people like to do this as well. Either is fine. Good. Inhale and exhale. Release. Let's do the other side. Same thing here. Inhale and exhale into gate pose. Good. Inhale back up and exhale as you bring it all back in. Okay, from here, if you are able to, you can sit on your heels, you can sit on a block, or you can sit between your heels. Your toes can point back or out to the sides. Okay, we want to feel a stretch here. So if you're not feeling it there, and you need to make sure your knees and your ankles are happy, okay? So again, if you got a special condition with your knees or your ankles, you maybe just skip this today and do a bridge instead. So if we don't feel the stretch in our thighs, we begin lowering back, and you might end up all the way back on your back like this, which is great if you can. Then you can extend the arms up overhead. As you come back, it begins to affect your back more, so we want to make sure there's no pain in our back, no pain in our knees or our ankles. And once you get all the way back, it can be a very relaxing experience, actually. Good. We inhale and gradually make our way back up. And then from there, let's go ahead and extend our legs out in front of us. Let's do a twist now. So we'll bring that right leg in, cross it over the left like so. Bring that left foot back. Okay, so this is Ardha Matsyendrasana. We sit up nice and tall, spine erect, hips down. If you can't bend this leg, keep it straight. It's perfectly fine. Inhale the right arm up, and as you exhale, bring that hand behind you. Inhale the left arm up, and exhale that elbow over the knee. Sitting tall, looking back over the shoulder, and taking nice, slow, deep breaths. Good, let's inhale, come on back to center. So exhale, take those legs out. Other side. This is maybe a good time to, again, remind you all about this mind space, Chitakasha, the space of awareness in which the whole practice, including this posture, including every thought I have about the posture, every feeling I have about what I'm doing, my breath, everything, the sound of my voice is all arising within this mind space, space of awareness. Good. Let's inhale, we come on back to center. And then we'll take those legs out. Let's join those feet together. This is Baddha Konasana. Okay, so we pull the heels in nice and close. Knees are down. Take the inside edges of your feet and just open them like they're pages on a book. Okay, you should feel a nice groin stretch there. Then inhale the arms up and exhale as you come forward and down. You can stay here, but some people like to hold their feet and just gently coax the knees into a slightly deeper stretch. Good, arms to the ears, inhale up, and exhale, relax those arms. Let's take our right leg out straight now. The foot is flexed, the toes and the knee point straight up. Left foot to the inside of the thigh. This is Janu Shirshasana. You can see my back is straight, my leg is straight. If this is happening to your back, then bend your knee until you can straighten your back. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Good, arms to the ears, inhale. And exhale, relax those arms. Let's switch legs. Okay, this is Janu Shirshasana, head to knee. Good, arms to the ears, inhale. And exhale, relax those arms. Let's take our legs out.
This is Paschimottanasana, very important pose in yoga. So again, you can see my back is straight, my legs are straight. If not, a straight spine is way more important than straight legs. So I see people do this all the time, okay, and they want to do it like this. Please don't do that. Bend those knees if you need to. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Okay, arms to the ears, inhale. And as you exhale, extend your arms out in front of you and just gently roll back onto your back. Once you get there, let's draw those legs in and we'll make a few circles with our knees. So what you're really doing is massaging your sacrum and your low back on the ground, but the way that that looks is like you're making circles in the air with your knees. You can also try rocking back and forth or side to side a few times. That can be helpful as well. And then let's grab the soles of our feet. This is Happy Baby. So I like to first pull down on my knees like so. That gets deep into the hip joint, hip socket. It also stretches my low back a little, which feels nice. And then I like to take the legs and straighten them out one at a time or both together. Pulling them apart gives you another groin stretch. Pulling them overhead stretches your back. And again, depending on how you position yourself, you can stretch different points along your spine and your back. So take your time, but when you're ready to unwind, go ahead and come into Shavasana. So the heels should be at a comfortable distance apart. Okay, the arms are out to the sides, palms are turned up. Head is centered, chin tucked in slightly, and the eyes are closed. And the idea here is you want to set a timer, if you have a phone there, for about 6 minutes. Close your eyes, still your body, and for the next 6 minutes, see if you can just let go. So imagine if you had a coat and you just put it on the ground and you come back like 3 hours later, it's going to be in the exact same position, right? As long as no one's moved it. So imagine your body is like that. Imagine your body is kind of like a garment and you're just going to put it down for 6 minutes and it's not going to move because you've put it down. You've let it go. Okay? And that'll help you restore and get your energy back and help your body balance. Your body knows what to do. You just need to leave it alone for 6 minutes. Okay?